Time has moved on is the official reason why EA have decided to publish the reboot version of Syndicate as an FPS. The original is regarded as a classic, adored by a cult following for its cyberpunk setting and storyline of a dystopian society controlled by the megacorporations. It is clear to me why EA have chosen now to revive the series, as the original could be construed as almost being a glimmer into the future, as it seems that current events actually mirror what the writers of Syndicate were trying to warn us back in 1993, when Bullfrog put the copies of the game in stores across the globe. The original Syndicate was released on several platforms in the early 90s. Gamers could play the isometric real-time strategy adventure on the Amiga, PC, Sega Genesis, and Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Its critical success was due to the elements involved in its completion. The storyline was just as diverse as the gameplay. The fact that you weren't just playing one character, but as a team of 4 cyborgs. It captured the attention of the gaming community. Syndicate had many aspects to the game, including action-orientated features, blending them with puzzle-solving quests. Strategy, action, role-playing, puzzle, managerial. Syndicate was troublesome for trying to categorize in terms of genre, and because it was so diverse, it became very distinct, and subsequently, people remember it vividly. After its initial success, an expansion pack was introduced to the PC version, as well as a standalone sequel which was introduced to the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn. Developed but unpublished due to the Saturn's lack of popularity, the sequel was entitled Syndicate Wars. Due to its legacy within the gaming history, some old school gamers like myself are baffled with EA's choice to return to the world of Syndicate and revamp the game into a first-person shooter. Time has moved on, for sure. However, many people are crying out for development in other areas of gaming besides first-person shooters. It seems like a waste of a good opportunity. If the first-person or over-the-shoulder perspective is the only viable solution for Electronic Arts, then surely an MMORPG, massively multiplayer online role-playing game like World of Warcraft would be the more befitting advancement for the successor. For the last few years, EA have been driving the same message, that they are an excellent choice for sports games and now want to expand their catalogue of action games. This all stopped being a fantasy for them when acquiring massive success with the Left 4 Dead series, and more recently they have negotiated a publishing deal with Infinity Ward's ex-stars Jason West and Vince Zampella, whom are currently recruiting for their new company, Respawn Entertainment. After reviewing official development diaries from Starbreeze, watching interviews with company representatives and the 10-minute gameplay video, it seems that Starbreeze is now under scrutiny within the gaming community for its close comparison of style to the new installment of Deus Ex. Personally, I think that this is slightly unfair. Both games share similar subtext within the narrative. It's reasonable that they would also both share similar graphic design components. However, what I cannot excuse them for is the incessant need to sell this game with what looks to be like an overhyped in-game perk. Starbreeze keeps on yammering on about the in-game ability to see through walls. That kind of thing is far from revolutionary. In fact, the ability to see through walls is something that is both commonplace with thousands of game titles, and also something that is very commonplace with today's technology. We call them windows. I really do hope that I am wrong with the new Syndicate project, and that it is going to have me in shock and awe. However, for the moment, I predict this title falling between the cracks. The original fans are going to have a hard time accepting this to be a worthwhile successor, and those that are unfamiliar with the old school versions of the game will have to find something unique about it to wean them off currently similar looking titles like Crysis and Deus Ex that seem to be released every couple of months. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you'll revisit my channel another time.